All the button pressing. Hi everyone, it's Ros Boundy here, psychic medium, here to do the Daily Lenormand card spread reading. So I've got them ready. I'm going to shift over to them. For those who are regular, you know the drill. Tune into your senses. For those who aren't, you just need to tap into listening for those messages that come from your guidance, okay, as a precedence over what I might be alerting you to or suggesting to you or etc. So good morning, Kat. How are you? First off the ranks this morning. Wonderful to see you here. Now, just checking that I am actually live in my my time, and then we'll head into the exploration of the cards for this morning. And it looks like, well, it's telling me I'm live. You'll get the echo in a sec. Yeah, looks like it. So that's fine. Now, what we've got here with our owl card, I love doing the owl card now. Beautiful, isn't it? Learning is a gift, even when pain is your teacher. And certainly, I'm sure that we've all had that teacher, the pain. Whatever it teaches you, you certainly slow down when you get in it. Well, I do. So I'm going to put that in my front little duva there. And we've got this one here. That is from the Inner Soul Guidance deck that Leanne and Deb have created. And this is the chest. Abundance comes in all forms. So be open to receive. So we're getting that message of abundance today. And as I was looking at how these cards actually were coming up, I thought, wow, this is interesting. An abundance of what is more so the ancestry, I think, coming into it, our history, our past, etc. We'll have a look. Good morning, Keza. Good morning, Veronica. Lovely to see you this morning. And good morning to Tina. And you are from the USA because you're in your evening, because you've already said that. I'm going to let that scroll up. So there we are. Proof positive. You're in the USA. You've said so. So thank you very much for being here. Now, what we've got, the 5 cards in the usual spread. And just saw Kim popping in. Lovely to see you as well, Kim. And beautiful little smiley face there. We've got the older woman in the home space. We've got the anchor again in the workspace, because I'm pretty sure anchor was in yesterday's. Oh, I haven't got it up. I thought I still had it up. I'll just get it up. See what was yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was in that space. Yeah, it was. So same space of the workspace. Then we've got the older man in the unexpected. We have the key as our role this time, and the lilies are in that outcome position. Whoopsie do. Something happened there. So yesterday we actually had a completely new ring of cards. Now we've got the anchor in the same space. I think it was the day before on the 12th that we had 3 of these. Just switched around a little. Very, very interesting. So these 3 cards were 2 days ago. I knew that I had seen them recently. So here we go. We do tend to have some cards repeat, of course, as a trend. When you've got a basics of 36 cards and a few extras, I think there's 8 extra cards in this deck. You'll see just there, it's got you see just there, this is the expanded edition. And the older woman and older gentleman, older man are from that part of the expanded. So that's why we see them there as that. Now we've got Kim. Good morning, Kim. Oh, I already said good morning to you, didn't I? Sarah, it's you. Sarah, good morning. And we've got Judy, good morning. Oh, I like the goo morning. That's a good one. I like that. And hi from Kylie. So I'll get into the reading because I've got my volunteer day. I've got an extra one I'm putting in today, so I need to get moving. Older woman in home space, it really is bringing in that is what we would call our elders, the wisdom, and that it is the knowledge that's brought into the home space from that of storytelling from eons ago. that travels through family. Sometimes there's that moves through in the home space, that there's little traditions and mythic stories sometimes, that you believe someone in a family's done something, blah, 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 and the history turns out completely different in its proof or proving. But the stories are good. What it is meaning for me, bringing in that wisdom from what I know of what my mum would have told me, and from what her mum would have told her and her mum, etc. So it's bringing in that is the wise woman sage energy today. Feel that in your home space, that is what has been passed on to you, that you can then pass on to your children, grandchildren, etc. If it's relevant, sometimes some of that needs to be just left as story and not brought in as things that are expected all the time as a truth, a belief, when in fact it's just what was brought forward. Okay, so look into that, see which is your truth that you're wanting to pass on, which isn't, and all, what is your experience? That's what we're needing some awareness on this morning with that. So, and Judy, you're saying you didn't even realise you said that. Hey, it's just fat fingers. I'm finding as it gets closer for someone to look at my thumb, how interesting it is when you can't, yeah, fat fingers and all the rest in how you miss keys on a keyboard and things like that, notes in pieces of music. And good morning, Raywin. Wonderful to see you here too. And for you, Shaz, lovely to see you popping in this morning as well. So here we're moving over into our workspace and the anchor. Pretty much not much has changed from yesterday, but to create that stability in your day as far as getting things done whilst the waters are calm. We have had some pretty big winds through the night here, and weather picking up, so it might feel like your space and place is a bit stormy as well, but allow that anchor to create that calming waters, the stability, while you are actually in work mode, because work mode should not take over our life. It really is something that we're needing to find that balance, create that balance, bring peace in between what is the home and the workspace and places that we are actually in work mode. So, whoops, and right, Kim, you're saying, yes, story indeed, your nana's superstitions, you won't pass on all of those. Look, sometimes it's great to create them as a story, write them down as a funny story or something that actually is a history, because it's interesting to know where did some of those original sayings and superstitions and habits come from. Sometimes that story can be quite funny. Good morning, Sarah. Oh, didn't you say good morning? Lovely, Roz. I thought I'd already put you up. Yeah, I had. So that's repeating. There you go. Oh, you slept well, didn't hear anything. I don't know how much it got too stormy, but I know as we were watching our evening shows on the TV that the wind was picking up, and purely because there's a lovely new wind chime outside that was getting louder, and more vocal. Let's say the beautiful owls on my veranda. Yeah, it really did indicate it was getting a lot windier, and it certainly was quite rough at one point. So here we go now from that stabilizing effect that the anchor is going to create for our day. We've got the older gentleman, so it's bringing in that balance of the masculine, feminine in our aging, saging, wisdom, elder element of our day. So certainly listen to the both sides of what the stories are that have been brought forward, because in general, most of us have been raised with parents of one of each gender. It's not always the case these days, but there is certainly the influence of those around us who give us that balance of the masculine, feminine. So certainly tap into that, be aware of it, because the male in the strength and difference of how that yang energy is in our day, feel that, step into it at the time that it pops up, and feel its truth as well, and wisdom. Okay. Now we've got whoops, sorry about that. I just noticed it was a bit crooked and I couldn't quite see the key completely. So now we're actually moving into the key. Our role, it is being ready with that key to open whatever treasure chest we have in our day. Remember that card that we have from Leanne? It is the treasure chest. Most treasure chests have a key. Let's use that key to open our treasure chest of self and understanding in what we're going to experience through our day, each and every step. Having that open awareness when it matters, okay? Let that key be something that's opening those new doors of understanding or new pathways or whatever it is that we're going to have in our day. We're going to come with that beautiful sense of peace and calm by the end of the day. Be able to look at that gorgeous stained glass window effect and that what we're going to reflect on. Here we are with that feminine energy looking across these cards, and we're going to be able to reflect with peace in our hearts, love in our hearts, understanding. More understanding by the end of the day than what we started with now. Okay? Live in each moment that you are experiencing it with that in mind, that it's bringing to you those levels of understanding that you may not have quite tweaked with yet. Feel into it. Put it into your position of where you are with what you've got on happening in your life, that you can understand better who you are to be that best you that you can be. Okay, because that's how I sense these cards are, is just that it is that guidance, not just that. There's so much depth in how we can understand ourselves with various tools. Choose what resonates with you and really tap into that as the pathway to understanding yourself, to being that best you. Okay. Oh, Nikki, you've come just as I'm finishing. You are late today. So thank you for watching the replay. Share it around to others that you think that are needing something like this type of guidance. Have a blessed day too, Nikki. So, and each and every one of you, you know how much I appreciate being able to do this, to share it with you, so that you for yourselves can tap into that inner you to gain that better understanding for self, that pathway we're on, and joining together with each other in that oneness we are into the humanity and the global network, galaxy, cosmic network, really. So feel that energy because it's so beautiful and full of love. I'll leave you with that today, and tomorrow morning, if you do need to book in for anything, have a look at those two sites and the Calendly. I still haven't put that link up. Have a blessed day. Until tomorrow, namaste. Thank you, Sarah. Taking some time to finish this morning. Might have to refresh the screen. Thank you, Kim. It is. It's not finishing on my end. I'm hoping it is. I will refresh the